So today we're gonna finally put the high top on our Westie. We bought this Reimo high top like 4 years ago almost, I guess now, right?
Yep.
We went down to Santa Cruz Campers when they had a few in stock and bought one because we weren't sure if they're ever gonna have those available again. And they've been stored here at my dad's shop. Thanks, Dad. And today we're gonna take the pop top off and finally put that guy on. After spending a couple of days with Sebastian up in Salmon, Idaho, where it was snowing and windy, and we had to put our top down at 4 a.m. because it was so terrible, and he was over there nice and comfy in his Coast Mountain. We thought now is the time. So it's not the ideal time of year, being November. It's kind of cold, but there's a wood stove in here. We're gonna get nice and warm and take care of this finally. So when we take the top off, we're not gonna film much of that because we've done that in a video prior on the pop top refinishing. So basically, we're gonna take the luggage rack off, pop it, take the bolts off, and hopefully the three of us are gonna get it off. If not, there is a hoist up here we may have to use. Get that top off, and then we'll test fit the Reimo and see what fits before we do the next steps.
Sorry.
Isn't working on Vans fun?
Yes, it is fun. When
What are you
things
trying to
go
do
as you pull out this screw. Oh, that did not work. Spoke too soon. Yes.
Victory?
No. Still. Okay. No. There's another one. Another one.
Uh-huh.
Do you want me to help get there? What do you want me to do? Ready? Stop. Hold on. Ready? What do you want to do? Coming.
Now what? Got that top off without the winch. Just a couple old dudes and Nancy. Oh, Westie's a 10 top now. All right, we're gonna try and get the top down from up there onto these super sketchy boards. And yeah, let's see what happens.
So do you want to? Oh, what's that?
You down? Don't, hey babe, don't
Yep.
go.
Yep.
Okay, down. Reload.
What? Okay, stop. I'm gonna get down. Hold on.
Up.
Don't like. Yep.
Okay, we're basically there.
We have.
Okay.
Ow! I just like.
Come on.
I had to go down my knee.
Cool, Alex.
Woohoo!
So here's the initial fit. In the back, it definitely needs some work. I'm not really happy with that one on both sides. I'll have to really work on that. The rest is pretty good. The front is pretty good overall. Once we clamp it down a bit, those tend to go away. It's just going to be the work there, which we'll just have to slowly work our way with the grinder a little bit, which is fine. That's what it looks like over here. Definitely a gap there. The side's not as bad as the other side, but I don't understand I mean, it's supposed to be, but it's not in the gutter all the way down. It is up in the very front. You see it there, but it kind of raises up. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but we're gonna have to grind this. I know as we grind this, it'll drop down a little bit, so we'll see how that all goes. We were also going to test fit it. We were going to then grind it, make sure it all looked good, mark it all off, and then take it off and flip it upside down, do all the interior work, do the furring strips, the headliner, the wiring, the lights, all that stuff, most insulation, and then put it back on, glue it. Well,
But that's us thinking in our head about this. And now that we're here doing that,
It was a lot of work to get it on with the three of us. I'm sure we can get more people to come out and do the rest, but
it's gonna be heavy, awkward.
I just don't love it's not a very rigid top at this point right now. And so I think what we're gonna do instead is do the grinding, the fitting, all that work.
Yep.
And then just glue it on and then drive it home and do the interior work at home, which makes it a lot more difficult to do all the furring strips and the headliner inside on my back and all that. But I'll feel better when the top is on, it's secure, there's no more moving it around.
Yep.
I guess there's pluses and minuses to doing it both ways. I know lots of people have done it with the top on, a lot of people have done it with the top off. It looks like we're gonna be the top on kind of people because I don't wanna take that thing back off again.
No, it was awkward.
Yeah.
And heavy.
Yeah.
Heavier than it looks.
The first grind, this side looks pretty good. I'll see there's still a gap there. We'll have to take some off here. This little spot's hitting a bit. We'll have to contour this a bit better. The other side isn't as good yet. That contour right there is a little better, but it needs to drop. It's a little tight there. Let's keep picking up, grinding, test fitting. So after a few attempts, I guess more than a few, of cutting, grinding, test fitting, I think it's about as good as we're gonna get. I don't wanna go too far and make a mistake, but that looks really nice. I think we're gonna take my dad's advice here and put a piece of wood screwed to the van top so this has something to bond to along the back, because it just sits on top of this ledge here and not a lot of glue surface there, but we'll do the front a little bit, but it fits pretty good. I'm happy so far. We strapped it up and it's a little spot right here. I'm gonna back cut a little bit and try to eliminate this gap right here. So we got the top ground. You can see we strapped it down to kind of simulate what it's gonna be when we glue it so it all looks even. Really happy with the way it looks so far. Tomorrow, we're going to pick it up a bit, sand the inside of the high top, acetone, and then sand the metal on the roof, get that scuffed up and acetone cleaned, pick it up a bit more, and then tomorrow we apply the glue and strap it down. So I'm pretty happy how it went today. Fits great, it looks amazing. I'm super stoked. Good morning, new day. Today we're gonna try and get the top glued on. Right now I'm going to recenter, I took the straps off. We're gonna recenter it, and then we're gonna mask the body so any excess glue doesn't get on there. We're also gonna mask the top for the same thing. I don't expect glue to like squeeze up, but as I'm cleaning it up, I don't wanna get any glue on the top. And then we try and glue. We're getting it warm in here right now. Wood stove's going, it's 60 in here. The hard part's gonna be maybe keeping it warm overnight for a couple of days. I don't think it'll get much colder than 50 in here, honestly. It's not that cold outside, but that will be kind of a challenge, is keeping that wood stove stoked up. We've got the van all masked off, and now we're gonna take some time to realign the top and put some little marks on both parts of the tape. So when we lift it up, put the glue on and put it back down, we have some level of reference marks, because with the tape on there, it's kind of hard to see the body contours a little bit. So I think that'll be a big help when we go to set the top back down. And worried about the glue drying, trying to get the clamps on, trying to make myself as easy as possible to get this part done.
Way on. Okay.
Sir. The top is up on the 2x4s now, and now we got to clean this part off here where it's bonding. As I put the tape here, I know where it gets sand down to. So most of the bonding is going to be in this area right here. So we're just going to clean this whole piece up. Then we're going to scuff and sand all this part down, and then clean everything with acetone. And then the same with the top. We'll clean it with acetone because there's mold release on the inside of these things. So we'll acetone it, and then we'll scuff it up with some sandpaper, maybe even the Dremel on a slow speed to kind of give it some bite a little bit. Clean everything with acetone again, make sure it's totally dry, and then we get to test that pneumatic gun to see if it even pushes out that 252, which is warmed by the fire right now. If not, I do have a hand caulking gun, but I've heard from many people who've done this that will wear your arm out with that. But if that's all we have, that's all we have. Now that we have the top, the metal part, at least cleaned up with acetone, it's not perfect yet. We'll go through with I have some 100 grit sandpaper I had laying around, and we'll scuff up all the areas for the bonding and we're not going to take the paint all the way off. We'll just scuff it up really well. You also don't want to make sure your paint adhesion is all that's holding your top on. So make sure that I'm going to go down around the primer or so. We'll see some bare metal for sure. So I saved you the bore of watching me sand this top, but it took about an hour to get down to, our van was painted once before, kind of not very good. So I want to make sure that paint layer was off. We're down to bare metal in a few places, primer in some other places, original paint other places. It seems to be pretty good. So now we're going to move on to at least cleaning and roughing up the fiberglass top a bit. First step is we're going to take all this edge where it's going to bond to, and wipe it down with acetone to see if we can get any mold release that comes off from that. We'll wipe the whole thing around, and then we'll just start scuffing and see how well we can get into that. It's pretty rough as it is. I don't know how much we actually have to scuff, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, all sanded. I don't know if it really did much. You can see a little white, I guess, on there, which indicates some came off. Again, I'm not trying to get down to the fibers and the fiberglass, so that'd be nice. Just trying to make sure there's no mold release on there. So I'm going to go back over everything again with a nice big wipes of acetone, the fiberglass and the metal, and then we'll get the glue on, I guess. So we're going to put the glue on now, and I picked up this cheap Amazon pneumatic, I guess, caulking gun. I don't have a lot of hope that it's going to do anything. So we're going to start this off at 60 psi and see if it even pumps it out, and then go up from there. And if it doesn't, I'm going back to the old school hand method. So you gotta puncture this like usual. Open that up, unscrew this, drops in, cinch it down, tip on. Let's see what happens. Well, it's moving. I guess it's doing something, but we have to go up a little higher. That definitely lays it out. So it's on. Not the cleanest job in the world, but that thing came out really fast. So I used my gloved finger to spread it around a little bit. There's definitely plenty there. Of course, the stuff on the back is on the body. That's where it drops into. So now we're gonna drop it down. You ready?
I'm ready.
You're going up?
Yep. This is pretty good here. Move to me a little bit. A little more. A little more. A little more. Right there.
Left and right's good?
To your right a little bit, the line right there is pretty close. That's within a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Yep. That's pretty good right there. Just roll it down. Yeah, that's right on your marks back there. Wasn't I can see.
Yeah. Okay. Tall.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we put the two legs.
See what happens first here. Okay. There we go, I'm strapped in. So we're strapping it down first to kind of snug it to see how it fits. And then after we like every alignment, we'll loosen up a bit, put the 2x4s in the side to compress the sides in. So I got our marks pretty close. A little ooze out in the back, which is good. It looks good on the side. So now we'll put 4 straps on with the 2x4s along the edge to compress the sides in. So far, so good. Yeah, I think it's enough. All right, well, it's glued. Ran a bead down in there, then pushed it. It's hard to see it. Then pushed it down with a stick. Put the extra board back there to give it some support. The front's a bit messy because it was hard to get to after. Not as much leaked out as I was hoping. So I'm gonna have to get a longer nozzle or something. I can't get the nozzle in there, but overall, pretty happy with the way it turned out, I guess. So we'll let it cure up for a couple of days, try to keep it warm in here, and then I'll go back and lay a couple more layers on top of this right here to kind of build that up. But I don't want to lay too much because I need it to cure. I used 4 tubes on this so far of the Sikaflex 252, and that pneumatic gun worked amazing. I was just cranking through it. I would highly recommend spending the $30 on that. But I think we're done for the day. I'm exhausted, I'm sweaty. It smells terrible in here, so I'm gonna go. So we just pulled the van out of the garage. We're gonna drive it home today. It's been almost 4 days of curing. It seems to be cure. It's kind of rubbery. We knocked around a little bit. So we hope it's good. Load stuff back up. We'll take it back home and we'll start the interior build out next.